finally, I'd like you to hear from someone who can explain to you in a little more detail what went into creating this court report, what obstacles were faced, and she just did an incredible job. So it's my pleasure to introduce Pearl Hahn, who's policy analyst at the Grassroot Institute and lead author of the court report.
Hi everyone, thanks for coming out. We really appreciate the generous turnout that we have. When I first started looking at budgets and expenditures posted on state agency websites, you see a lot of funny expenditures. For example, the Artmobile. I called up the Contemporary Art Museum and asked them, where is this Artmobile? When was its last visit? And they said it hasn't existed since about 2002. So I was pretty shocked to find that that expenditure was still in the 2008 budget. To look at more information, you have to submit these things called open records requests. And what I found was that a lot of these agencies actually went to a great extent to hide their financial information, which should be privy to every citizen and even non-citizens. Anyone can file these open records requests. They're administered by the Office of Information Practices here. And when you file these things, some agencies would delay their responses. Some agencies would wait the full 10 business days and then say, oh, we'd like to give it to you, but a lot of it isn't even supposed to be public information. We're going to have to charge you for searching these documents, for pulling them out of files, and then giving them to you. These charges weren't $20 or $30. They weren't small potatoes. It's more like $2,000, $3,000. And how many citizens have $3,000 to shell over for some financial documents detailing how their taxpayer money was spent? So a lot of accountability, a lot of feeling of responsibility to citizens, I feel, has been lost here. But it's a citizen effort to gain that back, to gain that trust back, to see that government officials are spending our money wisely and efficiently on essential services, and that we don't need to cut these essential services. We don't need to raise taxes and be taxed even more to fund this bureaucratic machine that we have. So we're hoping that with a little more work we can have a closer relationship with the state government, with these agencies, and have this culture of transparency. So I hope you enjoy the report, and we'd love to hear your feedback. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Pearl. I read on the front of the newspaper this morning that Hawaii's unemployment rate is the highest it's been in 10 years. This is not the time to be raising taxes on already struggling families and workers and taxpayers. It's the time to cut the budget, to cut art, to cut parks, which are wonderful, nice things to have, but not things that are perfectly essential in this economy. With that being said, that ends our formal program. We would like to take a few questions from you, and then we'll all stick around for individual interviews afterwards. Did anyone have any questions? We have one question.
I read something in here about the stairway to heaven. Could you elaborate a little bit about that? How'd you find out about that situation?
Well, actually, Tom brought it to our media director, brought it to our attention that there's the Stairway to Heaven, which is a hiking trail that's blocked off to visitors, even though some money was spent on renovating this hiking trail. So we found out it was actually $875,000 spent to restore this trail. And then, neighbors complained that people were using the trail and didn't want anyone on it. So now the City and County of Honolulu pays $50,000 a year on security to keep hikers off of the trail that they originally spent $875,000 to renovate. So that's waste right there.
Thank you. One more question.
Where can I find a copy of the report?
Thank you so much. Yes, you can visit our website at grassrootinstitute.org. That's grassroot singular, grassrootinstitute.org. You can download a copy of the report for free. We have lots of them here in person too, if you'd like to pick one up. And with that being said, again, thank you all for being here. We hope this helps to set the tone for a fiscally responsible legislative session, and we look forward to speaking with you individually. Thank you.
Now the luau.